So I uninvited them, and the way I turned the tables left everyone speechless. They said it calmly, almost too calmly. "If you love your sister, cancel the wedding, my parents." My blood. The words cut deeper than any knife could. Not a plea, not advice. A command delivered like a transaction. They sat across the table, sipping tea, waiting for me to obey. And I remember thinking, so this is what betrayal sounds like. I should take you back to when I still believed loyalty lived inside this family. When I was younger, my sister and I were inseparable. She was the shadow to my flame, the laughter in my storms. I trusted her with my secrets, my failures, my fragile hopes. And when she introduced me to him, the man who would become my fiancé, I thanked her for it. She had been the bridge that led me to love, or so I thought. For months, everything felt perfect. He adored me. She supported me. My parents nodded in approval. I thought I was standing on solid ground. I didn't realize the floorboards were already cracking beneath me. The first sign came small, a look that lasted a second too long between them, a smile they didn't think I caught. My gut whispered. I silenced it. Then came the absences. He was late. She was missing. And when they returned, they carried the same excuse, rehearsed too neatly. But it wasn't until the night I found his jacket in her car. Reeking of his cologne, that silence became impossible. My heart cracked. But my face didn't. I slipped the jacket back exactly where it was and walked away. No screaming, no confrontation, not yet. The shift inside me was quiet, like a door clicking shut. I stopped being their victim. I became their executioner. I studied them the way a hunter studies prey. I counted every lie, every alibi, every careless touch they thought no one noticed. I built my case in silence. No courtroom, just memory and proof. And when my parents summoned me that afternoon with their ultimatum, I understood. They already knew. They weren't choosing me. They were protecting her, my sister, the one I'd trusted most. If you love your sister, cancel the wedding. Translation: step aside. She takes your place, I smiled. That was my first move. Smile, nod, obey. They thought I caved, but inside, my plan unfolded like clockwork. First, the invitations. I reprinted them quietly. Same date, same venue, same ceremony, but the guest list changed. Their names, my parents, my sister, even him, were erased. Everyone else still invited. Everyone else would see. Second, the finances. I transferred the deposits, adjusted accounts, made sure not a single penny of theirs was tied to my wedding anymore. Independence disguised as obedience. Third, the reveal. Timing was everything. The day arrived. White silk draped the hall. Candles flickered like stars against the gold trim. Guests filled the seats, whispering, smiling, waiting. But 3 chairs sat empty. Their chairs. I made sure of it. When he realized he wasn't welcome, his rage lit up my phone. I didn't answer. Neither did I answer my sister's frantic calls or my parents' thinly veiled threats. Silence was my weapon, and it burned them more than words ever could. Instead, I walked down the aisle alone. Not to him. Not to anyone. I stopped halfway, turned, and faced them all. Today was supposed to be my wedding, I said, my voice steady, calm, deadly. Gasps rippled through the room. Eyes widened. Some guests shifted uncomfortably. Others leaned in closer, sensing blood in the water. I continued. But love doesn't live where lies do, and loyalty doesn't exist where betrayal thrives. I didn't need to say names. The silence filled them in. People started glancing toward the empty seats. The whispers grew. My truth spread like fire in dry grass. Then I delivered the strike. The man I was meant to marry and the sister I was raised to protect made their choice, and my parents stood with them. Today, I make mine. The weight of it landed heavy. No screaming, no chaos, just a clean slice. That was my revenge. Not shouting, not fighting, but stripping them of the stage they thought was theirs. They planned to watch me fall. Instead, they became the spectacle, absent, exposed, diminished. Every guest saw their betrayal without me ever pointing a finger. And him. He found out who took his place when the truth settled. It wasn't another man. It wasn't anyone at all. It was me. I chose myself. My dignity, my future. Free of them, after people approached me. Some hugged me. Some whispered their own stories of betrayal. But all of them carried the same look. Respect. As for my sister, my parents, my ex, they vanished from the hallways of my life that night. Not because I pushed them out, but because they had no place left to stand. And when I walked out, veil in hand, heart unbroken, I realized the sweetest revenge isn't replacing what was stolen. It's reminding the thief it was never theirs to begin with.